Welcome to Blitz. I'm Brian Carr here at Habersham Central with head soccer coach Ric Wallace. Coach Wallace, always appreciate having you on Blitz. Really appreciate your time.
Thanks for having us, and thank you for featuring the team in the program.
I always enjoy it, and you got off to a little bit of an uncharacteristic start. You were 0-2 with a draw mixed in, but I know the injury bug really hit your team hard this year. But then since then, you guys really turned things around. I think you had a stretch where you won 5 out of 6, so now you're 5-4 with a draw. Right there in the middle of region play. What did it take for you guys to kind of turn this season around?
Well, the big thing is we started out in the preseason training guys in certain positions and expecting to have a lot of experience in the back line and some guys that have played lots of varsity minutes, and we got hit with the injury bug and guys just didn't get that we were expecting to play and had been training for multiple weeks. We're now all of a sudden out, and we had to shift guys around and pull guys out of what would be their normal position and ask them to do a job that they had really never done, but they were capable of doing. And so it took, several weeks on the training ground to get these guys, understanding their new role and to become more accustomed in, when to do when to move and when to get on the ball and do those kind of things. And it took weeks, but we've worked it really hard in the training ground, and since then the boys have responded and we've been able to kind of turn it around defensively. The Central Gwinnett was a big moment when we I don't know, to give up 8 goals in a game is completely uncharacteristic of what we do, but it was the first time without guys in new positions, and they exposed us, and we got to see what we needed to work on in order to improve, and we put it in on the training ground, and the guys have responded, and and we started to get some belief, when you lose someone like Adam, who's a very influential player, leader on the team, and everybody we fell down a little valley there for a little bit, and then we started to gain our confidence and have started playing well again.
And you kind of alluded to this. You guys have started playing well, and you're 4-1 within region. Just took your first lump there with a 3-0 loss, but you've outscored your opponents 14-4. So you got to be, I'm sure, pleased with the way your team's played within the region.
Yeah, and obviously those are the games that are the most important. The ones that you want to win are the region games, and when we lost people and had to move them around, we said, hey, we'll use all the other games like scrimmage type games so that we can get experience and see what we need to do, and let's focus on the region ones. And by the time those rolled around, we played some good competition, and we were better understanding our roles, and we've asked a lot of guys to really step up and work, and the more we've played together, the more custom we've got, and we've been able to find the back of the net. Anytime you can do that, that builds confidence within the team, and we've been able to score goals. And the big kicker was that during that time we weren't conceding. I think out of the 4 wins we only conceded 1 goal during that time, and that's very important for us to get a clean sheet. We knew we'd have some ability to score some goals this year, and we felt like we'd have a defensive wall. And when we lost those guys, we had to get new pieces put in place, and now they've stepped up, and now we're kind of getting both sides firing.
Now you took your loss to Centennial, so I know you guys are going to rebound from that. But early on, you guys kind of already had the bullseye on the back from the Elite 8 run from last year, and this year starting the season in the top 10. Did that play any role with your guys as far as maybe just maybe having that ranking there, kind of hanging above them?
I don't really think anybody even knew. Honestly, probably that preseason ranking was all based on what we did last year, and because nobody knows exactly what you have coming back. And I don't think playing in that had anything to do. I think, in terms of our program, that every opponent we play knows that we're going to put the work in, and we're going to be organized, and we have pride and belief in who we are, and we're not going to be an easy win, but we're also they know they're ready to play to the level that we've played over the last years. And so we know we're going to get everybody a good shot from everybody, and I don't think we and especially because the time when the season started, before the first game we lost. We had those injuries happen, and so everybody knew. Everybody within our program knew that we were having to kind of build up, and that we weren't starting at the same level we'd started at last year. So.
Now, it really is interesting the way that your team has had to face the adversity also of not having any true home games so far this year, because you've had to play, since the field is being renovated at John Larry Black Field, you've been forced to play at Piedmont College, which probably preps you for the new turf field a little bit, but then your away games do as well. But what is that like, having to play a lot of your quote home games, but you're really having to get these guys on the bus and take them down the road. It's almost like a neutral site at best.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it's hard to beat the environment that's in Raider Stadium, and when you're on your home field, and that's the thing that's been missing. And normally on a home game, you walk down the walkway and you enter the stadium, and you kind of get goosebumps. You're excited about playing, and everybody knows where you're playing that night, and there's the all the memories that you had over the years in that stadium, and you kind of get ramped up a little bit more. In this case, it's just another thing that we've had to learn to deal with, is the fact that we go somewhere where it's not necessarily home. You don't have all the same excitement, same feelings. We take a bus everywhere we go, and so we have to load up that, and at times that can throw us off what would be a normal home day routine, and we lose the excitement because not everybody's sure despite where we tried to put it out. It's been up in the air until we can get things worked out, and we try to put it out, and people are still constantly asking, are you playing at Wilbanks or Piedmont tonight? And so we know that's played in a bit to the to the crowds that we've had and the support that's come out. But I know one thing for sure is when you come out here every day and you look at the progress they're making, and the guys just are hopeful to get on it this season, and it'll be they'll be buzzing for the first time to get on there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. You got April 15th, tentatively is what you're set against Chattahoochee on the home field. That's going to be a phenomenal experience to be on that new turf. But I know you guys got to be excited about that, and then getting the guys who have injured, get them back as well for the home stretch. How excited are you to get on that new field for the last 3 home games?
Well, I mean, it's something they've been, they've known it's going to happen since the moment we started the season, that, they've just been asking when, and hopefully it'll come at a good time for us, that with an important region games left and senior night left, that we can head into spring break with a win, and just continue to build off that excitement and use that to kind of propel us into the last part of the season and hopefully the playoffs. And that field's going to be so nice, and they've been able to widen the field and give us some extra playing space in terms of soccer, and that'll be very beneficial to us, much like we've seen at Piedmont, where they have a nice wide playing surface that's it really lends itself to the way that we want to play and our style. And so we're looking, we just can't wait to get on it.
Yeah, and now you're no spring chicken. You've been around here for quite a while, and this is your 11th year, I think, as the head coach of the program. And you've taken this program to some amazing heights. And even last year, an Elite Eight appearance was incredible. Is this a team you feel like can make an even deeper run?
If we can get all the pieces back together and we can get on a run, we certainly believe, that's what we set out this season to do, was to try to, put ourselves first in the playoffs and then give us a shot at the region title. And then, you feel like if you can get out of this region that we're in and you play the competition that we played week in, week out, that you get to the state playoffs, and, you can compete with anybody that you see. And, it'll be a matter of, can we get all our pieces together and, get everybody believing, and, a little boost of confidence. And we think we can do good things for sure.
I feel like the Raiders are on the uptick. I can't wait to see how you do in the state tournament, and hopefully get a region championship out of this as well. Thank you again so much for your time.
Appreciate it, and we're looking forward to the rest of it. Thank you.
Check out our interview also with the Raiders junior forward Abram Navarrete here on Blitz.